5. While police still look for a suspect, Lisa Evers is live in the Wakefield section of the Bronx tonight with that new video. Lisa.
Well, Natasha, right now, NYPD detectives are leaving no stone unturned in their hunt for the moped shooter who opened fire on this 39-year-old woman who was sitting in her car right over here last night, killing her. She had left work and was on her way home but never made it. Just a short time ago, we obtained surveillance video of the moments that the shots rang out. This is surveillance video from a resident of the street where it happened last night around midnight. You can see the moped shooter in the red circle there making his fast getaway. Now, NYPD tells us 39-year-old Julia Anderson was in her Jeep at an intersection with Murdoch Avenue when the moped shooter unloaded his gun on her. Now, NYPD detectives are going door to door trying to get more video angles and more witnesses. Julia's family tells us she was less than half a mile away from their Mount Vernon home when the tragedy struck. The gunman rolled up on the Jeep near Murdoch Street just before midnight, started firing through the passenger window. She was rushed to Jacoby Hospital, which is a high-level trauma center, but did not make it. There were so many loud gunshots that this resident who was sleeping in his apartment across the street. Here's what he told us.
I'm asleep and I heard shots.
Police still look for a suspect. Lisa Evers is live in the Wakefield section of the Bronx tonight with that new video. Lisa.
Well, Natasha, right now, NYPD detectives are leaving no stone unturned in their hunt for the moped shooter who opened fire on this 39-year-old woman who was sitting in her car right over here last night, killing her. She had left work and was on her way home but never made it. Just a short time ago, we obtained surveillance video of the moments that the shots rang out. This is surveillance video from a resident of the street where it happened last night around midnight. You can see the moped shooter in the red circle there making his fast getaway. Now, NYPD tells us 39-year-old Julia Anderson was in her Jeep at an intersection with Murdoch Avenue when the moped shooter unloaded his gun on her. Now, NYPD detectives are going door to door trying to get more video angles and more witnesses. Julia's family tells us she was less than half a mile away from their Mount Vernon home when the tragedy struck. The gunman rolled up on the Jeep near Murdoch Street just before midnight, started firing through the passenger window. She was rushed to Jacoby Hospital, which is a high-level trauma center, but did not make it. There were so many loud gunshots that woke up this resident who was sleeping in it.
They still looking for the suspect. NYP said, man. Crazy, bro. About to go live on both What's going on? What's good, man? Y'all see the title. See the thumbnail, man. This old school bodybuilding trainer, man. I can teach y'all naturally how to do it. Well, first you gotta eat, man. You gotta make sure you're keeping your stature and be, putting on that weight and cutting it up after, turning the fat into muscle, but also attracting and still putting that protein back in. You gotta get that recovery for the muscle. That satisfaction, that relief. Trust me. You're gonna struggle, but eventually, you're gonna get real growth and gains. When you put in that monthly, that grind, weekly, daily time, it's only designed to be and give you that optimal strength and power, that you need. I'm telling you, you gotta get on your job. Believe me, man, it takes time, it's not easy, it's hard, man, but, every day in and day out that you put in, you get more results. What's going on, chat? Let's see if we're going to get it tonight or what. We'll be back, man. Late night, man. How y'all coming react, man? Streaming every day now. You already know we locked in like a cow, man. We're about to milk this YouTube streets. What they talking about? It's hot, man. I got this hoodie on. Staying out all night. All day, all night, man. Yo, chat, I'm back, man. They had us cut off for a second, man. They was trying to make the stream fall flat, B. You know me, I got that wisdom, I'm gonna speak on it, I'm gonna teach y'all. I'm gonna give y'all the game, man. We gotta outlive them lames that wanna break you down and try to make you feel like you gotta be the most famous or the most rich by the time you're 20 or you're 30. And most dudes ain't even surviving or living too. You know what I'm saying? They just getting finished. They done with life. Either they opting out or, somebody's getting a killing or some harm being done in some way. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to tell people, stop trying to be the villain, man. Stop trying to feed the evil, man. Feed the children. Keep the same energy that you keep for the enemy and for the people who you hating on with the jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Do it for the next generation, man. Gen Z, whoever else, Gen X, whatever y'all call it, man. Like, they up next, man. We should be doing everything we could do to make sure that they, you know what I'm saying, falling in good hands and that they, have hope and praying and staying in a better chance, a better outlook on life, you know what I'm saying? So we could land and do the things that we gotta do, you know what I'm saying? To live life and just be motivating, promotional, protein, products. That's the things that we chose to do and we choose to follow. And we hope that, we can leave and you guys will want to be a part of our program, because there's no day like tomorrow and there's no way we're going to live in the past. We got to take the present, the future, all of it to the next level, man, so we can last, you know what I'm saying? Because they won't let you. They don't love you. They don't love you no more. First they love you, then they hate you, then they love you, then they hate you. It's like, come on, man. We got to stay above to be on that path next to God and love everybody, love Jesus, you know what I'm saying? We got to thrive, because y'all thriving with pain and that trauma. You want to bond it and feel like everybody should be the way that you are, because you're miserable, and misery loves company. That's why you keep trying to connect the dots and keep trying to put everybody in your box. But we not living with you. We not living like you. We different over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got knots. We got joy. You know what I'm saying? Cash is just paper. But the feeling, the spirit, Jesus, the Holy Ghost, that's priceless. And you know what I'm saying? A lot of people want to try to take it from me, though. But I don't let them. I don't add fuel to the fire. I'm not trying to ignite it. I'm not trying to be explosive when it comes to that, because I know where it go, and I don't choose that. I choose to be a pro. You know what I'm saying? I'm an athlete. I'm a builder. You know what I'm saying? So I got to motivate. I got to come on here. I got to be able to grow, but I need y'all to grow with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need y'all to enjoy this show. I need y'all to get plenty of wisdom and plenty of coaching, training, support while you in this zone. You know what I'm saying? This is the beast mode. You know what I'm saying? This is the YouTube stream on steroids. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna make sure we eat, though, but we gonna make sure y'all great, because y'all defeat those haters and the ones that don't want to see me in position. So y'all put me right in the place. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are the faces of the community, and I want to take the time out to thank you, because you give me the grace. You know what I'm saying? And you treat me like an able, willing person. And that's how I'm able to take and make it to that next level. You know what I'm saying? And, you know what I'm saying, put it into fruition, so that now we could all be settled. You know what I mean? We could all let go of the past. You know what I'm saying? We could all be ready to heal, you know what I'm saying, and get past these hills and these hurdles that they want to put you down. You know what I'm saying? They put you last. They don't celebrate you, they tolerate you. We tired of that, because we see, they jumping through hurdles for the next man or whatever may be. But now we get left for dead, and we looking like we not doing the right thing, and we trying to get ahead. But it's like, ain't nobody doing it alone. Everybody is kind of, feeling the threats and the struggle. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be real. We all hustling. We all got that mindset. But when you all alone, it's only but so much you could take, before you fall under. Like, your fate is not going to be great. Let's be real. Like, it's all about your future, but you got to put the time in. You know what I'm saying? You got to wait. Everybody got to wait their turn. And when you get it, you got to execute. You got to learn, how to be the best. You got to take it to that level. You got to test the faith for time. You got to stretch every dime, every nickel, man. Every penny. Every little dime, man. I'm telling you, put it to the side. Every nickel, son. Eventually, they gonna stack. It's gonna be quarters. It's gonna go to dollars. You know what I mean? All of that is gonna count. Just like these subscribers, just like these likes, just like these views, just like these streams, just like these thumbnails, these comments. Everything is one day at a time. It just don't be overnight. But the more that you borrow, and the more you take, and the more you give, and the more you learn, and the more you try, and the more you go through them errors, and the more you burn, you get better. So even if you took losses, even if you have nothing, if you made it through life, if you made it through this point, you're better than anybody else who's rich or who's anointed, because they don't have the gift the same way that you do when it comes to the wisdom and how to use your voices and take and choose the different choices that you do to make the decisions. You know what I'm saying? And to avoid it from getting out of hand. Control. You know, you got everything in order. And they want chaos. You know, they want to have you thinking that you're supposed to be more than what you already are. You know, they don't look at you as an important figure or a star or somebody who gonna be bigger and blow up. They look at you like you are, you know, an R word. I ain't gonna say it for better discretion, but you know, it's hard. You know, this is what we're going through. This is how we living. You know what I'm saying? So we gotta be better. You know, we gotta set ourselves apart, because we know we never let up. Like, even in the dark, even in the light, as long as you can hear my voice and it makes it to your mind, you know, you get that spark. You can avoid danger by these warnings, by these signs that I'm teaching out, these flags. You know what I'm saying? That they trying to pardon, but they ways and they egos, they pride. You know, it's not as hard when you know what they looking for, how they want to try to pull that card. You know, they want to pull that victim mentality out. But you know you a star, you're not going to starve. You know, God is going to feed you, and you're going to feed the people, because they take care of you and we all equal. But one hand got to wash the other for the evil to be subside, my brother. You can't keep being out here, being outside, and thinking it's everybody else's fault. No, you got to beat yourself. You got to look in that mirror and you got to ask God, why? Every day, God, why me? And eventually you're going to say, God, thank you. Because he made you. There would be no you without the Creator. And the lessons that he taught you to make us what we are, who we doing, how we playing, what we favor. Because it's God's plan, man. You know. And these traitors, he will reveal them in the end. Damn, that's a big ass roach. That motherfucker is tough. Well, that's all she wrote. I'm up out of here. To play with your big ass.